Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Life of Wonders. This is Polo and I love making videos of toys and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content, if you like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So I know it's been a minute, it's actually been so incredibly hectic on my side. But I'm finally back. I'm reuniting myself with the hobby and with all of you, and for that I'm very excited. So I can guarantee you that there will be tons of new unboxing videos and detailed reviews, as well as news videos and so many other things that I'll be sharing in the very near future. So stay tuned for that. Now today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing in detail the brand new, I think this is called Core Refresh Wave 2 Core Draculaura doll, which is it's a mouthful and it's a little bit confusing, but basically this means that this is the third time that we're getting a core doll of the same character within this generation 3. And so we're going to be comparing and contrasting, as well as just appreciating the evolution of the character. This is version number 1, this is core refresh, which is version number 2, and then we have wave 2, or the updated core refresh. And to me this might feel a bit weird, I don't know, but to me this feels more like school out, rather than just like a new iteration of the same character going to school. But maybe that's just me. Anyway, it comes in this packaging that has like a very similar format to everything that we've seen before for every other major release of our core doll within generation 3, but the closure around the edges is actually stuck now, and so that means that you'll have to cut it out to find your way in, and just grab it. And so it's going to prove a little bit more difficult to put back together as opposed to like the previous boxes, but other than that, that's okay, and it looks very similar. Over here we have the Monster High marquee with the iridescent effect. Right over here we have the artwork of Laguna, Draculaura and Claudine. And I'm really not sure who's in charge of producing the artwork anymore at the time. I know it's not Darko, but the essence of Darko's artwork has been kept in a way, because you can definitely feel it in this new artwork. So they've kept that same perception and way of styling the artwork, which I've always been fascinated about. And then over here we have the icons that we all associate with this character. Basically this comes from the version number 1. As you can see, these are icons that are present in that doll. Over here is transparent. There's also like a change in the background, so they've incorporated these brick or stone, I mean it looks more like brick, background piece with a gradient of color. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it might be a little bit too simple, but I don't know. It also contrasts really well with everything that's included in the packaging. We'll have to see for the rest of the dolls. And then on the back we find the full artwork of Draculaura, and then the rest of the ghouls outside of Monster High. So again, they're almost like going out. I mean, this to me it's definitely more like a school out, but anyway. And I've already received these 3, and I really can't wait to get these 2 real soon. And now the information, it says she's a wicked cute vampire, and her must-haves are R.I.P. Raymond and Hot Cocoa Thermos, which are little things that will come with this release. And then it comes with Count Fabulous, her pet, in a new shape that we'll see in just a moment. So I will be removing everything from the packaging, and I'll be back in no time. Okay, I noticed a really good thing, which is the fact that the artwork on the front is no longer stuck to like the plastic here. And actually, this is how I opened it. So I didn't destroy the packaging. If you wanted to keep it, it's basically like I just cut it through two sides, and then at the bottom we have like these lids. And then another thing that I noticed is that the marquee here with the Monster High logo, it's now fully cardboard as opposed to plastic before. And this is the background. Anyway, I thought I would just share it with all of you. Alright, so here we have our doll and all different accessories that came with her. And I have to say that I'm fascinated by this release. Like, I don't think I was prepared to, or I was anticipating to like her as much, especially after I saw her for real. Like when I received her, because I bought her online, I thought, okay, this is yet another Draculaura doll, and that's how I felt. But now that I've taken her out of the box and I've just interacted with her 360, I can tell you that I'm falling for her, and that she's growing on me over time, over just like a few minutes, really. And she's giving these sort of like baby spice. I guess that's actually related to the hairstyle with the two half up pigtails, but also like a lot of references to K-pop, I think, when we translate the fashions and attitudes and all the things combined within the current period time. So yeah, I would say this is very much K-pop, which is again very trendy and very current. I particularly like, at first I thought, okay, because I didn't think that my mixed matched squares here were like perfect, but I really don't mind. So basically we have the split die, and then for like the front portion is opposite. And yeah, I just try to like because this was a little bit thicker than this side over here, but just by using your fingers, basically you can just put it in a nicely way very very easily. Now when it comes to her, it's run, it's really nice. I love the color. It's a bit more bubblegum pink, as opposed to other like very bright or dark versions of the split tie that we've seen for Dracula within this generation 3. And then she's got these two pigtails with the bows, which are plastic, and they're actually held together with an elastic. One of them is pink and the other one is black, and I love how everything just turns out. um, then we have these sunglasses, which, I mean, it's hilarious because it reminds me so much of a type of sunglasses that LOLOMG dolls have recurred over and over, and I don't know, they really do remind me of that. And I don't know if there's like something like a little wing coming out of like the heart-shaped lenses over here. It's very subtle, but it's there. Now when it comes to makeup, I think it goes so well with the hairstyle of this doll. I love the thick eyebrows. I love that the lip color is actually a bit more, again, bubblegum in a way. It isn't peachy, it isn't very dark. It's just like more, it goes very well with her color. Now they've incorporated white in both part of the jewelry, like the two earrings, which are like two little hoops with dangling hearts in white, and that goes very very well with the lap warmers, which are made out of fabric and so cool. And we can see over here that really adds like some dimension to the doll, and some realism as well. So I very much like those. Now, continuing with the accessories, we have like this lip balm, that it's kind of like functional. I think it's a lip balm, right? And then here we have the ramen noodles. Disgusting anyway. But this is like the cup. This is what I love most from this release. So basically there's this thermos. You can appreciate the textured filigree with hearts and bat elements, and then wow, and over here we have this collect. And so the top part of it, which is a cup, well, can be taken off, and here we have the inner side of the sculpture, and it's a cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows. So this is just one of the cutest yeah, accessories that I've ever experienced, in my opinion. I don't know, the three hearts there, everything is just so cool. And then over here we have like a box of poke, and it looks really cool as well, especially because this one, it's a bit more interactive than previous depictions of the same snack, which was it's just basically like a break, but now it can actually close, and it has the shape of a mouth, and I don't know, it looks a little bit more 3D and detailed, and it's nicely painted and everything. And then over here we have Count Fabulous, which looks so amazing, and this time it really does look like much more like a bat, especially because I can see any other, I don't know, I mean, I can see the little feet there, but this is like given G1, but it's very G3 at the same time, because this is so stinky, adorable, which is another reason why I very much love Generation 3. Now, focusing our attention on our goal, the other accessory is this like Chanel style, classic, elegant, little like bag purse, which I very much like. So the sculpt has like a front facing and a back side. It is not functional. I mean, if it was, I mean, you could only fit like, I guess, the lip gloss, and it isn't open, but I like it very much. I mean, I think it's one of my favorites from the whole G3 era. Like, we needed something like this, and definitely for Draculaura is like the best, but this is something that they can actually share, you know, because it's just not something that we would only associate with one specific character. And it looks very like, it looks cute, it looks coquette, it looks trendy, it looks super cool. In my opinion, I like it very much. Then she also comes with the new eye coffin, which has a really nice design of a sculpt with the bat ears, the heart, and then this is like the screen with her applications and everything. That's very neat. And then moving towards like the cardigan section, I was not expecting it to be as soft as it is. I thought it would be a little bit rough for some reason, but it really does feel like a real, I mean, it's obviously it's knitted like for real, but it doesn't feel like too thick that you could imagine that it would feel like that in this doll proportion. No, it is very nice to the touch and soft, as if it was made for I don't know, for my scale. So that's really cool. And then we have these bows, which at first I thought that would be too much, but now that I see it, and now that I see the shape of them and how they also feel and everything, I don't think they're as much as I originally thought. And then we have these two pieces, which is, yeah, it's like a two-piece outfit. Well, and the necklace is black, by the way, and I think that is what is that? is that a draping heart? Yeah, I think it is a draping heart, and then a chain in black. And so we have these bodies with the heart-shaped neck line, and then we have this pleated sketch. Now the material isn't the best. It is not the best at all, and in a way I really wish they had used a different material, but I have to say that it adds something. I don't know, it's giving early 2000s in a way, because it have this metallic look to it. Basically it's like a metallic it's a metallic fabric, and so yeah, and so I'm guessing that's why they've decided to go for it, although it feels rather thin and it doesn't feel plasticky. I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't feel like the worst. It doesn't feel like Hasbro material, but it's still, like, I would have appreciated something that would feel better, especially contrasting with this lovely cardigan. But it looks okay, and I'm getting the references and the yeah, and the trend in a way, so I kind of like it. And then we have two ribbons there. Then for the leg warmers, again, it feels like corduroy almost, so it's a very thick leg warmer that is like all scrunch at the bottom. And then, okay, what I don't like about the shoes is probably the shade of pink, because for some reason it feels very neon when I don't see any other like neon stuff going on. Like, if anything, is a bit more, I mean, there's a bit of like metallic, but it's more pastelly, and these are very bright. And basically these are like loafers, kind of school platform shoes, which I think are super cool, you know, just in general. We also have a design of, okay, so the heart with the wings for like the platform heel, and then this is how it looks around the sole. I don't know, it's a really nice sculpt. It's just that the shade, it's a bit off to me, but other than that, I think that I very much love the design they came with for Draculaura. So anyway, now what I'll do is, like, I will be comparing with the two other versions, and I will end up the video doing that. So in this final shot, we can appreciate how the new Draculaura doll fits within the two previous interpretations of the same character, and it fits really nicely. And you can definitely feel how she's grown up over the time, and how she's become much more current and trendy in a way, which is something I very much like. Although I have to say that I'm a sucker for the first depictions of the characters, mainly because Generation 3, this has been my generation in which I've fallen in love completely with Monster High, as I didn't grow up with then as much. So I do love the first designs for all the characters, although I have to agree that right now it really does feel so much more current and trendy. And this one actually was my favorite, and I think it might still be my favorite, because I love like the dark witchy elements that we can find. And I don't know, to me, yeah, even though I love them all, this one is still like the one that pops out easily at a glance. But yeah, they're all like really cool, and I'm very happy to have added this new version to my collection. And I really hope you've enjoyed this review and it's been helpful, informative, entertaining, all those kind of things. And if that is the case, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. For now, I hope you all stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.